On today's Smart 7, nurses losing court over strikes, a South Korean presidential surprise and lots more. It's Friday, April the 28th. It's National Superhero Day and happy birthday, Melanie Martinez.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
The already frosty relationship between nurses and the government's just gone into deep freeze after Health Secretary Steve Barclay won a High Court case against the RCN, forbidding them from striking on Tuesday the 2nd of May. Tens of thousands of nurses were set to walk out this Sunday for 3 days in a long-running dispute over pay. But it'll be cut short after a High Court judge ruled that plans were partly unlawful. RCN's General Secretary Pat Cullen wasn't impressed and she called it the darkest day.
They've won their legal battle today. But what this has led to is they've lost nursing and they've lost the public. They've taken the most trusted profession through the courts by the least trusted people.
Meanwhile, Tory MP Nikki Aitken says this is simply about the government wanting the strikes to end.
For everybody's benefit, we need to get nurses back to work and ensure that our patients get the service they deserve.
It comes as Steve Barclay's the latest Tory minister to be accused of bullying, only a week after Dominic Raab's resignation over the same issue. Foreign Secretary James Cleverly says the man who took nurses to court to stop them striking rather than talking to them is definitely not a bully.
So you don't think he's a bully?
Absolutely not. And he has made a completely unambiguous statement that no complaints have been made.
8 UK flights have evacuated 897 people from Sudan almost 2 weeks into the conflict between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. The ceasefire was due to end on Friday, but the US and Saudi Arabia have managed to negotiate an additional 72 hours. That should buy enough time for the evacuation of remaining British citizens from a situation that's becoming increasingly difficult. Dr. Musab El-Mamoun, whose family were trying to escape, described the conditions.
You know, the situation on the ground is dire. There's no enough water, there's no enough food, there's no toilets, and they sleep on the sands because there are difficulties sleeping on the buses as well.
Meanwhile, the German army is annoyed with the UK for showing up unannounced to evacuate citizens. They say it's delayed efforts by other countries to rescue their own. But Foreign Secretary James Cleverly didn't seem too concerned.
I had a conversation with Ben Wallace and he assures me that we had permissions to overfly Sudan. Those reports have not been raised with me.
The government's finally getting tougher on gambling, with a new white paper flagging the biggest shake-up to laws for 20 years. Under the new proposals, young gamblers could face a limit of £2 on online slot machines, and gamblers who are losing large amounts of money could face cheques. Culture Secretary Lucy Fraser addressed the House of Commons, saying the government needs a new approach to gambling in the digital age.
Gambling problems in adults have always been measured in terms of money lost. But you can't put a cost on the loss of dignity, the loss of identity, and in some cases, the loss of life that it can cause.
Some companies claim they're already beginning to take a more ethical approach to high-risk gambling behaviour. Neil Banbury from gambling operator Kindred Group set out his organisation's goals.
As a business, we've been public now for a couple of years with our ambition to achieve 0% of the revenue from high-risk behaviours. We're down to 3%, but that clearly indicates there's still progress for us to make, but it's a journey that we're very committed to.
It's a very different atmosphere in the White House these days with Joe Biden in charge. Donald Trump's weird obsession with North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un and his beautiful letters is long gone, along with the Rocket Man nickname. Wednesday night saw South Korean Prime Minister Yoon Suk-yeol honoured with a state dinner, and at the end, he took to the mic and surprised the crowd with a song of his own.
Something touched me deep inside the day the music died.
Biden, meanwhile, who's just announced his re-election bid, told the press he considered his age, he's 80, seriously when he considered another 4-year term.
I took a hard look at it before I decided to run. And I feel good, I feel excited about the prospects, and I think we're on the verge of really turning the corner in a way we haven't in a long time.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Man United give up a 2-0 lead and farewell to a man who's hosted TV's most outrageous show. Right after this.
Hey guys, it's Kayla Ewell from Directionally Challenged, a podcast about realigning your internal compass. New KFC chicken nuggets are finally here, and you have never had nuggets like these. All of the delicious KFC flavor you love in one amazing chicken nugget. 100% white meat, hand-breaded in KFC's original recipe. Order new Kentucky Fried Chicken nuggets, now available at participating KFC near you. Guys, they're finger-licking good.
Welcome back.
Thursday night saw 3 Premier League games and plenty of drama. Bournemouth won 1-0 at Southampton to put the Saints right on the edge of relegation. Newcastle battered Everton 4-1, putting them into 19th, and Eddie Howe's team solidly into the top 3. And Man United gave up a 2-0 lead to Spurs in a game that finished 2-2, which is a significant result for Spurs' third manager of the season, Ryan Mason. His side are now in 5th place, while United sit in 4th with 2 games in hand.
I'm very happy, and I hope our fans and everyone can feel that we were a team today. We were together and we fought for each other, and I thought, to be perfectly honest, in the second half we could have scored a lot more.
Can men and women ever just be friends? The age-old question gets a revamp in Apple TV Plus's new comedy series Platonic. Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen play Will and Sylvia, 2 former BFFs approaching midlife who attempt to rekindle their friendship after a falling out. Hilarious disasters ensue as their new relationship wreaks havoc on their actual lives. It hits Apple TV Plus on May the 24th.
Your friendship with Will is not built for this phase of life.
This is how a woman experiences a midlife crisis. You're like a couple of teenage girls. Your whole thing is so weird and destructive.
Can you believe she said we were destructive?
No! We're exactly the opposite.
We are constructive.
We're constructive.
Legendary daytime talk show host Jerry Springer has died at the age of 79. His chaotic and entertaining show often featured bouncers separating guests as they fought, and its 27-year run was described as America's guilty pleasure. He was born in a London Underground station as his parents fled the Second World War, and he moved to the States when he was 5. While his show was outrageous, he always closed with a sincere message in the final thought segment. Rest in peace, Jerry.
There's never been a moment in the 25 years of doing this show that I ever thought I was better than the people who appear on our stage. I'm not better, only luckier. So thanks for the 25 years. We've signed on to do a whole bunch more. And as long as I stay healthy, we will. And on that note, take care of yourself and each other.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.